Testing, testing. All right, cool. We have audio and it looks like things are working. All right, guys. Cash Vault back here on the live stream tonight, and we are here to once again do another continued recorded mission logs on Onward VR. And we're going to be doing hunt mode tonight, and we're just going to be introducing one new map that I have just downloaded just last night. It's pretty interesting, and it has an interesting background once we get into seeing what the map is. Also, what's going to be a little new in this one is I'm going to walk you guys through what it looks like when you're actually downloading a new custom map that you probably don't have downloaded in the game yet for those of you who play the game. Or for those of you who are going to be playing the game, this is what you would expect. So, without further ado, let's go into sharing mode and then we will get into the video. All right, so now let's head into it.
Okay, guys, so I'm here on Onward again, and this is what happens when you're downloading a new custom map. You wait for that status bar line to end. ETA gives you approximately how much time is left, so like a minute and 10 seconds. Your percentage uh, that it has downloaded, which means that we're getting close, 71 out of 100%. But it gives you a thumbnail idea on what it looks like
10
that you're
seconds.
going to be in
Your
for
overlay
hunt,
test.
evac, or whatever mode you're playing. And it gives you the title of the map, Waterworld. For example, this is the new one, and it gives you a description of the backstory of it. After a catastrophic world flood, you are among a few survivors who have found a safe haven, or so you thought. And then, of course, you can tell rest was history from there. So the game mode, this is co-op hunt. So we have number of enemies to kill. Locate and eliminate all of the AI hostiles in the area. AI meaning the bots. And it says downloading map. So this is definitely what it looks like. We will be waiting until this is done downloading. Luckily, we're just near there. About 94, 95%, around almost 10 seconds left. And then it does a quick finalize download, and then you're back in the tent and it's ready for gameplay. So, for instance, finalizing download, it reached 100%. So we'll give it a moment.
Oh, guys, I just want to pause it right there before we go into it. So, what I was just saying before about downloading new maps, and you can see like the thumbnail right here, kind of like giving you an overview of what it kind of looks like from an outer shots point of view. Like, for example, if it was in real life, a drone could be flying over a new kind of like area that probably troops have not known about yet, and they can kind of fly around undetected, hopefully, and observe what the land kind of looks like that they would be going into to get schematics on blueprints or maps or Google Earth or GPSs so that they can kind of have an idea of what area they'll be working around if they had to be like sent in there and execute a mission. And that's where all the planning can sort of happen. So also in the background, it says like a little background description. That is small writing, but it looks like it says, after a catastrophic world flood, you are among a few survivors um, who have found a safe haven, or so you thought. So, world flood, what does this kind of like look like? I mean, there's like a big church right there. This is kind of referring to that Bible story of Noah and the flood, when God was like flooding the earth and kind of like resetting it because he was washing away evil back when the earth was like dark and evil, and he wanted to be like, that's it, I'm erasing and washing away evil for good. Want to reset the earth and probably reborn people who are good, if you kind of think it that way. But that, in a way, was sort of God's plan for the world in the Bible story. So this was a reference to that story of this custom map, Waterworld, and it's not Waterworld Water Park of the Bay Area. They're definitely not referring to that. Um, so oh, I don't know why the hand was up on my video. But anyway, let's continue.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's doing its thing. It always looks like this.
So guys, what you just witnessed there, what looked like I was watching a big screen, that's when I was back in the map's like tent room, where you would normally, if you die in the game, you would be sent back there and you would have to wait for the round to be over, or if somebody had brought you back to life in the round on the map with defibrillators. Um, but if I was here, when you're done downloading the new custom map, it leads you right to the tent where you can pick up your helmet and then select your loadouts that you had custom made already and saved, and then you'll be ready to go in the next round. That's pretty much what that's all about. Or you can edit your loadouts, make changes or whatever while you're in the tent. That's the time and the place for it. And then the big screen, what looked like movement with the gun, was one of my comrades, or so-called friends that I'm playing with online. They're still in the round, and you can see from base what they're doing because of their like so-called GoPros or cameras and body cams that they have attached to their helmets and equipment. So it's really fascinating if you think about it. But anyways, it looks like he's done with the round, and then he's back at the tent. So when all of us are back at the tent, we can select our new loadouts or select a new map, whatever settings we want to do, and then confirm, and then wait for the 5 second countdown for like loading. And then when the screen goes black and then opens again, you're in the round and you're ready to start. And you'll see what I mean.
I mean, you know about the story of Noah
Okay,
in the Bible with
where
the
we
world
at?
flood?
Whoa, what's going on? Is this thing flickering real bad? Oh, shoot.
So far, I'm moving smoothly. But anyway, guys, here we are. We're on hunt. I'm recording this for my live stream later.
Right.
Okay. Ooh. Oh.
Hey, enough. You can't shoot through the fence.
Damn. Apparently I just did.
Walking on water.
Oh, now I'm in the water. Look at this crashed boat. Jeez.
Hey, sometimes you can't
And
shoot
now
through
I'm
the
kind of
fence.
like considered traveling in flooded water. There's an old chopper. Well, looks like I did through that one. An old military jeep. Okay, we just...
Hey, one's up on you downstairs.
Yep, some more down there.
Whoa.
I don't think I'm gonna be on high ground for
good
this
shit.
one.
This is one of my great friends on here I'm playing with, by
I'll
the way.
take his syringe.
Man, we got the...
Man, that looks like a death trap down there.
I don't see him. I don't see him.
No way.
I don't see
How
him.
many? Yep, and they are down there. Of course. You can't see them too well here. This place is very misty. Oh yeah, now I'm experiencing some flickering.
Are you good?
Wow, I mean, look at this whole town. It's kind of
At
pretty.
the same time, this place is wicked, but it's dangerous at the same time.
Oh, I got a pop.
I agree.
Yeah, from a dude way at the end.
Oh, that guy's
Got two to
really
three
back
bullets
there.
left.
Oh, come on. Oh, now it's taking damage.
I took damage. You can tell when the screen is
Oh, I'm
flickering.
dead by grenade, man.
Oh, my
Where the
partner's
hell
No,
am
I'm
I
not
getting
dead.
popped from?
I'm down.
Oh! We all died. That was a defeat.
Me too, apparently.
Man, that's
Me too, apparently.
That's a tight little map, huh?
Yeah, that is a tough and tight little map. But anyway, yep, you get that whole idea right there. That is the new map, Waterworld, based off of the reference idea of the biblical story of Noah and the flood of the earth that God did, and he told he and his family to build the fence to protect his area because he was one of the good people that had to survive it. But anyway, well done, developers of this custom map. It's not always Downpour Interactive Studio and developers that always develop each of these maps that come out, especially when they're custom made. Other developers that have probably the app and its studios that pay premiums or have like pro subscriptions can go into like workshops and actually custom build these almost kind of like Roblox, if you will, like creating these from scratch. Like I can select a building, I want to kind of design it a certain way. They can pick from different samples and then they can place it pretty much anywhere, finalize it, do some tests with it, create some cutoff boundaries so that nobody can just walk through the building. Though those kind of bugs have not exactly been 100% perfect. There are times where, enemies can still walk through like fences, especially if they're thin enough. So it's always those kind of things on certain maps you gotta really watch out for. But once you get the idea, you'll have the idea on beating the map. And since this is paused, this is pretty much the end of the video. The rest of this video was just me struggling on trying to stop the video because my VR was glitching and it wouldn't let me stop recording right away. It was kind of lagging. I think the connectivity was kind of bad. But anyways, that's the idea. So once you put your helmet on when you're back in the tent or when you're back in the tent getting ready for the next round, you select from the four categories, choosing a role for the round. You're either a rifleman, choosing by types of rifles. You're a specialist, like special kind of weapons, and maybe defense, like a whole riot body shield, which is pretty handy. But the problem is, you don't get a big primary good weapon with the shield. You only get the shield as the primary with a handgun pistol that you would have usually on your holster. So it's like that doesn't always work so well on war mode or especially a high difficulty. You can probably survive with that on rookie and experienced difficulty, but not veteran and elite. Um, Support is one of the most popular. That's like the big LMG rifles, light machine guns. They're like huge. They have the largest amount of rounds capacity, like hundreds we're talking about, maybe as low as 75 to as much as 200 rounds or 300 rounds. Um, so I mean, those are like heavy duty guys that are like merciless, really taking down those enemies without stopping. They can like shoot nonstop for a long time. And then there's also marksmen, which are pretty much like long range snipers. From one end of the map to the next, they can see through their big 12 times sight scopes, like all the way across to the other map if it zooms in big enough. But the problem is the way you hold it, if you shake your hand a little bit when you're trying to aim, it throws the shot off completely. It has to be like completely still and then just pull the trigger once you line it up, you lock it in, and then you pretty much pull the trigger. And in real life, that's what it would be. And that's why a lot of marksmen have like those bipods connected to the gun so it can help sit and be like an assist to hold it still for better accurate shots so that the shot can hardly miss. So those are the four categories that you would choose from. And then in each one, you would have your equipment, like body armor, things on your belt, things on your vest, like explosives, maybe an air drone, a ground drone to fly or drive, to like have like surveillance for the area, like, oh, I can fly this there. Enemies I see are over there, so we have to go there, but we have to go around because maybe blah blah blah. But the downside is enemies will obviously see it now. They're pretty smart. They can shoot down drones and stuff like that, and then it's offline and you're pretty much blind. Like no eyes in the sky, no eyes on the ground anymore. You'd have to go and face the danger yourself. So it's yeah, very fascinating. So this is what the tent looks like. Once again, so we can stop share. So I thought I'd share with you that uh, for this one, guys. I'm glad that you, the ones who were able to make it here, thank you for coming. This will be archived when this is complete, so you might not be able to have made it in the live chat, but you're able to comment down below after rewatching this, putting in your comments and your thoughts and reactions and blah, 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 and probably some ideas on what I should record on my VR next. So that was once again hunt mode, but with a new edition of the downloading map, new map progress, and kind of like what inside the tent looks like. So, hope you guys have enjoyed that and have some kind of idea for those of you who are just starting to play the game, if you have downloaded the app already or just starting to get into it. I might be doing another mode of what it looks like on the training mode where you're sent to the firing range. Um, giving your controls like a practice with all the equipment that you would normally handle to get you into the idea and used to the feel and the speed you may have to do before even going out on multiplayer in the battlefield. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. So don't forget to press that like button and leave your comments down after this live is over.